Hi guys, this is Flex and I'm back with another massive boom and crash strategy. Just the way I do it. Alright. So this is I'll call it we are going to be using three indicators for this strategy, alright. We are going to be using, like I always mention, and I always try to mention this in all my videos, alright. We are going to be using three indicators. We are going to be using the MFI, which is the black and white or whatever it is called, the market facilitation index, which is this one right here. Then we're going to be using the Chimoku, and then we're going to be using the moving average. So the moving average, so this is the indicator has three parts. Okay, it is a complete system, and it has a trend filter, which is the moving average. It has an entry signal, which is the market facilitation index, and then it has an exit signal, which is going to be the Ichimoku. All right, so how does this strategy work? Okay, I don't want to waste much time. How does this strategy work? We want to make sure a spike happens below the 200 moving average. You can see this is the 200 moving average, and you can see the spike right here, and the spike right here happened below the what, below the 200 moving average. All right, so once a spike happens below the 200 moving average, we want to check our market facilitation index and see if it crosses the 1000 zone. Okay, if the spike crosses the 1000 zone, okay, I'll be showing you the settings for the market facilitation index very soon. All right, so just listen to the steps needed to take this strategy. All right, so once the spike crosses the 1000 level, you can see right here it crosses the 1000 level. What am I going to do? I'm going to place a sell. All right, so I see right here the market is what below the moving average. All right, then I see a spike happen below the moving average, and the spike crosses the 1000 level of the market facilitation index. I'll take my entry once I get the close of a red candle. All right, once I get the close of a red candle, it is going to trigger my entry. All right, so I'll be entering right here. I'll use a line. I'll be entering right here after the close of this red candle. All right, and then I will close whenever the candle touches or crosses the Ichimoku. All right, whenever the candle touches or crosses the Ichimoku, I'll be closing my entry. So in this case, I'll be closing my entry right here. Once I see this red candle begin to form below the Ichimoku and the Ichimoku has gone above, all right, I will close my entry. All right, so I took my entry at 12092 and I closed at 12087. If you're using a standard loss, that would have been $5 racked in right there. All right, so this is another trade right here. You can see it crosses the what, it crosses the 1000 level of the market facilitation index, and then I'll be taking my trade. All right, I'll be taking my trade right here after the close of this red candle. I'll be taking my trade right here, and I'll be taking my profits whenever the market closes or crosses below the Ichimoku. So I would enter at 12081 and I'll be exiting at 12076. All right, that would have been 5 candles as well racked in. Okay, so this is how the indicator work. All right, this is how it works. All right, so you want to make sure the spike happened. You can see right here now the spike happened, but it is above the 200 moving average, so we wouldn't be taking that kind of trade. All right, so you can see this trade right here. The spike happened and it went above the 1000, even going as far as the 4000. Now if it goes as far as the 4000, you can take double entries. All right, you can take double entries. All right, because the 4000 level in the market facilitation index is a very strong level. All right, so I would have been entering my trade after the close of this red candle right here. So I would be entering at roughly 12131. all right, and then I'll be closing my entry at, once I see this candle begin to form below the Ichimoku, at 12126. So that would have been $5 or 5 point or 5 pips racked in as well. All right, so this is how the strategy works. All right, it is a very simple strategy. You have this right here, so it can sometimes give you a short time for exits, and sometimes it could give you a longer time for exits. All right, so you just have to understand that this is a complete system. All right, once you see the candle go above, all right, so this is what I'm talking about. Okay, what you see, this candle right here, you see immediately it closes below the Ichimoku. You can see the spike, the sudden spike that happened. So the Ichimoku is serving as a what, as an exit point for us. All right, it is serving as an exit point for us. All right, if I see the spike right here, it crosses the 1000, and I entered after the red candle right here, and in the process of taking my entry, I see this green spike, I would close my market immediately. I wouldn't wait for the candle to cross the Ichimoku. All right, so the Ichimoku is going to be adding as a safeguard, as a safeguard for us. All right, so once you see the close of the candle very close to the Ichimoku, just leave the market. Don't wait for a candle to close finally below the Ichimoku. All right, once you just see that the current candle is very close to the Ichimoku, or it has touched the Ichimoku, just close and leave the market. All right, there is no 100% strategy. All right, so you get a spike, you get an entry right here, and then the market spiked up, but you can see that the market still was, if you had held the market, it would have left you at break even if you check that rightly. All right, so, or just a very minimal loss. All right, so this is another trade right here. You can see this, boom, and you can see the movement below. All right, so this is a strategy that works. All right, you can see right here as well, immediately the candle begin to touch the Ichimoku, it just spiked up. All right, so you just have to time your exit. All right, you have to time your exit. Sometimes I do not even wait for the cross of the Ichimoku below or above the candle. Once I see this kind of candle and I see that the Ichimoku is very close, I just leave the market. All right, but sometimes the market is going to be very cruel to you. All right, so no matter how good you time your exit, there is still going to be losses. All right, there are going to be losses in the market, but because we are taking entries with more points, all right, because we are taking entries with more points, it is going to be very easier for us to cover up our losses. All right, it is a very simple technique. Okay, you can see right here now a spike happened, and if you didn't wait for the close of a red candle and you entered immediately after the spike happened, another spike would have hit you on the head. All right, so this is just how the strategy works. All right, this is how the strategy works. It's a very simple strategy, and I've been going on showing you guys how the strategy works. It is very easy. All right, so that is it. And the best time to trade this strategy is you make sure you look for opportunities at 7 o'clock GMT. I trade between 7 o'clock 7:00 GMT until I always exit the market at 3 p.m. GMT. All right, or 15 o'clock, or how will you guys put it in a 24-hour clock? All right, so I trade from 7 GMT, 7 o'clock GMT, to 3 p.m. GMT, and then sometimes I just leave the market. Once I see the market, once it is 12 p.m. I just leave the market. Sometimes I take a break for an hour, then I come back by 1 p.m. to trade. Because the reason I do this is because I do this for all my strategies. All right, all strategies I use, I do this, and the reason is because most I have had very bad previous experiences with trading, time, when it comes to timing and trading. All right, so sometimes I usually notice, most times based on my back data, that my strategies really do well from 7 to 12. All right, my strategies do well from 7 to 12. Okay, and I don't really have enough back data for 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. But from 7 to 12 my strategies usually do well. All right, so I just follow that time. All right, I follow that time a lot. Okay, you see, when you do the strategies and you back test them, it is easier for you to know when the strategies work best and when they don't work best. So all you just have to do is avoid when they don't work best. You don't have to trade 24 hours every day. You don't have to wake up 7 a.m. and you begin to trade till 12 a.m. It is not done. All right, you are a trader and you're fighting for your freedom. You have to time yourself. You have to make sure you're giving yourself rest. That's the reason why you're doing forex. You need this rest. Okay, you don't need to trade every time you come to the market. All right, so you just have to understand all this. You just have to understand all this. It is not every time you get into the market and you trade. All right, so that is it for this video. I think I'm just going to call the video here. All right, so for the indicators, we have the moving average, which is the 200 exponential moving average set to close, and then we have the Ichimoku, which is the Tenkan Sen 9, Akiju Sen 9, and then single span 52. You can just take a screenshot, or you can just write it down somewhere and then save it. Then we have the market facilitation index, which is going to be at the indicator window 1, which is set to, you can see I made these two colors the same thing as my background because I don't need them. All right, so take note of that. I only need the MFI up volume up and the MFI up volume down. I have a video that is based entirely on how to use this market facilitation index in my channel, so you might want to check that out as well. I might put a link of the video in the description box below, so make sure you check that out. All right, so that is it for this video. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure you like this video and you subscribe to my channel. All right, I'm very thankful for the support. All right, thank you guys. Prime Flex says bye.